Hello everyone, how have you been? It's been so long since I write one of these. As you can see in this video, I made myself a challenge, making a landscape. The story behind the reason of this drawing is the following. After making the illustration of the last video, I started to not enjoy my art anymore. I tried sometimes to have something done, but when the liner came in, it started to feel empty and monotone. This time I changed the purpose of my drawings. It's not just enjoying anymore, because it is something I cannot control. Now, the reason for this drawing was to make a real picture that I had in my head, using the best of my abilities to make it look nice. Knowing me, you probably expect this to be stressing me out and finally leaving it behind. But amazingly, it was one of the most enjoyable processes I ever had. The challenge of doing something I never did before was exciting, and seeing what I was creating was fulfilling. The result isn't perfect though, which gives me to the process of this drawing. The sketching was the easiest part. First I made a quick sketch to put down the idea I had. After that I searched for images to use as references for absolutely everything. I also saved the photos for later into coloring. Drawing this was a lot of fun. I made sure to give a lot of detail into it, even if later on it was useless. I'm thinking about creating a Twitter account because I noticed that from now on illustrations will take longer and longer to make. This one, for example, took me a large part of the month. On the other hand, almost every day I do pages and pages of doodles, some of which I would like to share with other people. Actually, now it's the opposite. I have almost finished the next illustration and I only want to do more and more, so yeah. Sketching also I haven't done a lot lately. I guess things can change. By the time I'm writing this, the last video is posting. I talked before about how I feel with the current state of my channel, but checking it today took me by surprise. There was people that watched the videos, not only that, some of them also made really nice comments. It makes me so happy to see that at least someone sees what I make. It just made me want to keep creating and in the perfect moment. Maybe if we compare how I am now with how I was in the past years, you could say that I have no right to say that I'm not okay. But that doesn't mean that everything is perfect. There is always going to be good and bad moments. Just the average of those times is the one that is getting better. You could say that the downs I feel time to time are the common state of myself in the past, which makes me excited about the future because it's gonna be even more happier. Now probably we are into coloring, so let's talk about that. First I made a quick coloring to see what colors I wanted to use. And as you can see, they are terrible. I don't know how to choose colors, they are too saturated and not really related to each other. This thing started to look damp. After that I put the base colors and started with the details. Oh my god, I'm so angry, I don't want to write all of this. It is bad, the drawing is ugly anyway. I used the same references just to draw the things, not to color them. At the beginning I really didn't know what I was doing. in the end neither, but you can see how I'm struggling to decide the style I was going for. And the truth is that thinking in coloring keeps stressing me, so the reason why this took so long is because a bit of procrastination before starting to add color. But before a little bit of fighting, the process started to get more and more enjoyable. Even if the illustration was ugly as coloring every part taught me so much, making me just want to continue for hours and hours. Thing that didn't happen in a long time really, so I'm very happy for that. After that, there is not a lot to say. Coloring the dog was so cool. Sadly, in the complete illustration you are not capable to appreciate really the details. And I think that was the biggest mistake here. I focused in making the details part by part, so at the end it just looks like a bad college. The next time I will make sure to color the illustration all at once, going to general shapes and then adding details just where it's necessary. Okay, I'm recording this right now and I'm so sad. This was a big illustration, so I wanted the video to last like 20 minutes, but I almost finished talking and it didn't even go to 10 minutes. Let's see if saying this will make the video to last at least a little longer. I know that this is the part when the person starts to put music until the drawing is done, but no, that is so dumb. I really don't like when things are like that. I was thinking about what direction I want my videos to take. I always like to watch Speedpaint since I'm very little. It inspired me and teach me how people made the things they made. But the problem with Speedpaints is that they are always the same, just a drawing and some music. The drawing needs to be a complete masterpiece to even think about watching it until the end. Here is when the voiceovers came in. They are more fun for sure, but just a voice in the background is not enough to make something entertaining. I hope to little by little make my videos more and more fun. That made no sense. Well, intermission finished. Let's see if this works. Let's now talk about my life. I just talk about how I am always feeling pain, but that doesn't mean that my life is really bad. It's just that pain will always be there, you know? My life is going exactly how I want. For January, I decided to reobtain the habit of studying. After lots and lots of head catches, I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry. I did it and now I study 2 hours almost every day. Maybe that's not the biggest quantity, but it is enough and the most I studied constantly. The next month will be very special. I will try something that could change my life forever, but it is enough that I can talk for now. I guess this is the end of the video. This is the end result. Not the best, but if you see part by part, you can really notice the effort. For the next video, I think I'm going to talk about what I learned last year, because I am actually almost done with the next illustration and I don't know what else to talk about, so yeah. If you want to hear it, you can stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoy it and I see you in the next one. Bye bye!